Most executives, if you ask them what is their biggest area of concern, their biggest area of focus, they'll go, people. It's always about people. If you talk to HR folks and they go, okay, what is it that concerns you? They go, yeah, the leadership. I just need better leadership. So it causes us to ask kind of in the middle of the night, why is it that it's so difficult to get great leadership? Why is it that the leaders are just not able to manage the people brilliantly? Why is it that leadership and people always seem to be a problem? And I think there's a very reasonable explanation for that. And I think there's a solution to it as well. But I think the explanation is all of us start out junior in our career. And as we go through our career, initially, my first job, I'm running a backhoe, and the only people component of that is I have beer with the guys at the end of the day. But then I get promoted and I'm kind of like the supervisor of the backhoes. And now the people side is I get to do a little bit of the scheduling. And I'm really good at managing the backhoe, and pretty soon I'm running the backhoe and I'm managing the bulldozer team. But every time I get promoted, it's based on my functional skill. Whether I'm in finance or purchasing or sales or marketing, I'm paid early in my career to do functional work. And as I get promoted, I pick up an increasingly large component of people skills until all of a sudden, I somehow make this jump to light speed, and most of my work is around people, and I have to lead people. So where do I go for the skills to lead people? I just naturally default to the skills that got me promoted over the years, which were functional skills, managing things, managing outcomes, not managing the complexity of humans. And so we find that our leaders are not very good leaders because they are using the things that made them successful, logically, in an area that those skills don't apply, because leadership skills are totally different managing people than managing things. And then they get promoted, and after a while you have an organization of leaders who are just not nearly as good at managing people as they are at managing outcomes, strategies, things, processes, and so on. So I believe that is why this is such a problem and persists. The solution is to start a leadership program very early in the career of your folks and have a graduated leadership program that continues all the way to senior management, where that leadership program actually starts right early on and carries on the skills all the way to senior executive status. And each of the content elements of that program is integrated. So for example, when I learned to manage teams as a first-line foreman, the same principles get taught to me, only applied with an increasing level of application and difficulty as I move up the ranks. So I think one of the great challenges we have is to recognize that managing people is a very difficult challenge and a skill in and of itself, and train it early on so that the folks that we promote grow in that area as readily as they do in their functional areas.